What's up? Welcome into your Daily Buckeye Blitz for a Saturday. Saturday. Ooh, no. Leonard Skinner. It's a Saturday night special. I don't know the rest. Put a man 6 feet in a hole. Yeah. Ain't good for nothing, but put a man 6 feet in a hole. All right. That's enough singing today, Joe. All right. We are talking condition of the position. Hope you guys are having a good weekend by the way. We're talking wide receiver. Moving on to the divas here. Everybody loves the wide receiver position. Those guys are always acting a fool, and they dress real fancy with their fancy shoes and their towels and their gloves and their wristbands. No, we love our receivers here. So let's talk about it. I'm going to give you the current state and then what we have looking forward as of right now. Scholarship players, I'll give you their eligibility remaining. So we got Xavier Johnson. This is his last year. Julian Fleming, 2 seasons. Marvin Harrison, 2 seasons. Emeka, 2 seasons. Jaden Ballard, 3 seasons. Kojo Antwi has 3 years. Keon Gray's 4 years. Carnell Tate, 4 years. Brandon Ennis, 4 years. Noah Rogers, Bryson Rogers, 4 years. Okay. So returning production, this is key. We are returning 96.7% of the receptions, 98.3% of receiving yards, and 97.1% of receiving touchdowns. So that's why this is the best room in the freaking country. In the 24 class, as of right now, we got Jeremiah Smith and Mylan Graham in the fold. So 2 5-stars right there. And the recruiting in the room just continues to go nuts. So Heartline's got it working there. So what's the outlook for this year, 2023? 2 of the best returning players at any position, I think you can make that argument, are coming back to Ohio State in the wide receiver room, Marv and Emeka. They're in the top 10 nationally for receiving yards last year. Harrison is going to be on every preseason All-American list. Emeka almost matched Marv's stats last year. And you got a new starting quarterback, so that could impact your stats. But they will be a huge help to a new QB. Having seasoned veteran receivers who are productive are really going to help. So Harrison operated obviously mostly outside last year. Emeka worked in the slot. So expect the coaching staff to switch these guys up, move them around the field, line them up in different areas. Maybe Marv at the slot. We saw some of that in spring. Emeka may be lining him up outside. So, but getting to the depth of the room, this room is incredibly deep. Fleming at times last year was more than just a compliment to Marv and Emeka. He actually outperformed them in some games. He had a stretch of 5 games where he had 6 touchdowns. X-Man, Xavier Johnson, he's a weapon as a receiving option out of the backfield or the slot. We know Fleming missed all of spring. Johnson missed all of spring, but both are ready for camp. Back 100%, recovered, good to go, as the entire team is supposed to be. So they could be pushed for snaps by this incoming freshman class this year. Buckeyes, Heartline, he brought in the top players at the position in this 23 class. Carnell Tate, he flashed during spring practice. Brandon Ennis came in early May, so a little earlier than the typical summer enrollees. Tate looked comfortable stepping right in spring and running with the ones. So you got a ton of reps. And then Jaden Ballard, he looked good. So you got Tate, Ennis, and Ballard. They're going to add some quality depth to this this wide receiver 2 deep. Tate has a physical presence on the outside, similar to Marv. Ennis, silky smooth, runs out of the slot, working the middle of the field like a JSN. And then Ballard, fast, speedy guy, but he does have great hands, and he's really worked to improve his footwork and his route tree. So these guys are really going to have an impact this season. We're going to see them a lot. Then Noah Rogers and Bryson Rogers, they showed a few flashes in their first spring. Tate and Ennis, though, in my opinion, probably have the better chance of getting in-game snaps. Now, Grays and Antwi, the second-year guys, if they can sit one more year, be patient, not transfer out, then they have an opportunity to earn larger roles in 2024 looking ahead. Because a few guys, 2, 3 maybe, are going to be heading off to the NFL. So looking at 2024 and beyond, Fleming could jump to the league, see what, even though he has an extra year left on the back end there. And Xavier Johnson is out of eligibility after this year. So hopefully he can get some serious reps and at least get a good look by some NFL teams. So 2024, though, you got Ballard, Tate, Ennis, Rogers, Grays, and Antwi. They'll all have a chance to move up a spot in the depth chart. So Tate for Harrison, Ennis for Igbuka could be the natural next man up kind of system here, guys stepping up. So Buckeyes are set up for 2024 and 2025 and beyond, seemingly for a decade, but they all have the potential to be impact players as well. And Hartline's at it again with this 24 class. Jeremiah Smith might be the best prospect Hartline has signed yet. He's a 5-star, 6'3", 198. Does everything well. It's going to be a star big time. And the other 5-star, Mylan Graham, don't forget about him. It's another top 10 player at the wide receiver position in his class. Fast guy. Smooth. This guy is going to be good too. I love the look of both of them. So Hartline's going to add 1 or 2 more receivers to this 2024 class for the Buckeyes. We'll see who else he brings in. But this room is built to reload every year. There's not going to be one of those off years in this recruiting class and in the room. So that's all I got for you today. That's the condition of the wide receiver position. I think tomorrow we're going to do some 2025 top 25 defensive players the Buckeyes are going after. So talk to you tomorrow. Go Buck.